wanted people to listen to this and go like, fucking hell, can this get any heavier? And I did that so many times on the first listen of this record. Hi guys, welcome back, and hello if you are new. After releasing Seeing Red at the end of 2023 and blowing every single person away with Curse in 2024, Architects may well have written the album of their career in the sky, the earth, and all between. So I'll do my best to sum this up as quick as I can. So Architects are a Brighton-based UK metalcore band. They released Nightmares, Ruin, and Hollow Crown. All of those records were kind of a bit more of the mathcore sort of persuasion, very technical. And then after that came The Here and Now, Daybreaker, and Lost Together, Lost Forever. This is when the band started to flirt with atmospherics and kind of started to bring their sound into a bigger world, I guess. And after that, it was All Our Gods Have Abandoned Us, where there was a seismic shift in the band in the fact that Tom Searle, one of the founding members of the band, passed away, and also brother of Dan Searle, who is still in the band as the drummer. After that, they resolved to carry on with Josh Middleton on guitar and released Holy Hell Behind Me. And then For Those That Wish to Exist followed afterwards. Then we had the classic Symptoms of a Broken Spirit, which leads us to The Sky, the Earth, and All Between. So before doing this review, I basically went back and listened to all of the records from All Our Gods, basically. And so All Our Gods, for me, sonically, is that sort of, that pain, that anger, that desperation that I think is on The Sky and Earth and All Between. After that came Holy Hell, which I think was the grief and the processing of the grief. The pain really kind of shone through, which again, I think is on The Sky, the Earth and All Between. But the quantum leap for me was between For Those That Wish to Exist and Holy Hell. I think songwriting-wise, the band completely changed the dynamic. You know, we had songs like Animals, Meteor, Little Wonder, Impermanence, the Butterflies track, really kind of stadium-sized sound and songwriting, and particularly from a thematic point of view, it was more existential. It dealt with existentialist subjects that were no less relatable than grief, but very different. Then the classic Symptoms of a Broken Spirit, as much as that one kind of missed the mark for me, I think allowed them to kind of explore industrial dance, kind of more synth elements, and also simplify their sound even further. All of this comes together to make, I think, The Sky, the Earth and All Between the best record that they've ever written cohesively. It really is an amalgamation of all of the different sort of eras of Architects. I think there's the themes of the personal, the questioning and the bringing in of the emotion, the pain and the anger, but there's also the bigger sort of ideas, you know, the environmental sort of questioning of existence. But I think the biggest thing that Sky has done is the understanding of songwriting for this band. They've tightened everything up. You know, I feel like some of the tracks, as much as they were great, they did kind of sort of wind on a little bit, whereas every single part of this has that immediacy to it, and there's a real fire that's back in their bellies. I think that really, when Architects have fire in there, there is no stopping this band. They're absolutely brilliant. Sam specifically, though, his performance is absolutely world class. From the moment that he starts on Elegy, right up until the ending of Chandelier, I was hanging on to every single word. The delivery was incredible. I think really he has mastered the, you know, signature sort of like, that he's, you know, is known for, that sort of pain screeching, but then brings that sound to have even more body and even more life that makes the choruses absolutely massive. And the choruses are just unbelievable. You know, you've got Elegy, Whiplash, Everything Ends, Landmines, Curse, Seeing Red. They're all huge, absolutely huge songs, and they just knock out track after track as far as I'm concerned. And I think the thing is with him, there's so much range and ability and emotion, and he really has kind of put his heart and soul into everything on this record. But I think for me, if there was one song to kind of really distill how far he's come, is Broken Mirror. I think that song is a real dark horse on the album. It's a fantastic example of the different range, the emotion, the power that he's built, and is just stand out. Honestly, such a brilliant, brilliant song.
Take me to the place where the heavens are haunted, and I'll pray to the...
But the biggest thing for me on this record is that Architects are showing their teeth. You know, the first sort of, I think it's like minute 20 seconds of Elegy is just mental. You know, when that kicks in and then he goes, "They're coming for a soul." I think that's so fucking cool. But then you've got stuff like Whiplash, or the sort of slowing down of the breakdown on Judgment Day, and Black Hole, or even, you know, Brain Dead as a song. When that sort of blast beat section comes in, it's just like, oh my God, can this get any heavier? And I did read, you know, I think it was the Guardian feature they had, where it was like they wanted people to listen to this and go like, fucking hell, can this get any heavier? And I did that so many times on the first listen of this record. It's just brilliant.
But the code at the center of the blue.
You know, Jordan Fish is an absolutely brilliant producer. He's worked with Spirit Box, Bring Me the Horizon, and now Architects. And the songs just, the melodies are so immediate that they just embed themselves instantly, and the choruses really kind of become memorable like that. And with that in mind, I looked at each chorus and when it came in, and it was about 40 seconds in. So this is what's so great about this record, I think, is that it kind of gives you its elevator pitch, its mission statement. Within the first 10 seconds, you hit that melody, it starts to lock into your head, and then 40 seconds in, you're into the chorus. By the time you've gotten to the end chorus, that melody has been sort of so anchored in your brain that it's so quick for you to hum these songs, and each song is individual. They know exactly where they're going. It's really, really quite impressive. And even the lyrics, you know, I think they're incredibly poetic, yet very direct at the same time. There's all these different layers that they could be taking on, but they're also showing exactly what they're talking about at the same time. Broken Mirror, Chandelier, Elegy, they're all kind of, and Landmines actually. Landmines is probably one of my favourite on the record. So I do have to say, I think one of the most important reasons why this album is so great is the sequencing. So the album kind of sets the scene with Elegy, brilliant track. It goes up and down, all these dynamic peaks and troughs. Then we've got bam, bam, Whiplash and Black Hole. After that, things come back a little bit with Everything Ends. We have that brilliant melody coming through. Then You're Not Safe Again, because Brain Dead comes out, and it's, you know, one of the most sort of punk hardcore oriented tracks on the record. After that, we go into Evil Eyes. Again, the aggression is pumped up, but then it's taken out with Landmines, as there's more of a sort of melodic slant to it. Then a wild card kind of appears with Judgment Day, which is with Amira El Feki, which has that sort of like offbeat sort of bop, I guess, to it, and has more of an industrial idea. But then we're right back into the emotional state of things with Broken Mirror. And then we're home with Curse, Seeing Red, and Chandelier. Boom. And that's like two of those tracks, you know, one was released in 2023, one was in 2024. And in the context of the album, they just sound even better. It's 42 minutes, and then right at the end of Chandelier, you want to go all the way back again and listen to Elegy pretty much immediately. And it's, you know, the record is a story. It starts with a bang, and then it undulates, and then it goes heavy, and then it, you know, kind of brings all these different things out. And the same can be said for the songs. You know, I did break down, I think it was Seeing Red, and it's just literally like, you know, you come in, you have the pre-chorus, then you have the verse, then something will be pulled out of the verse, and then as we're sort of like catapulted into the chorus, then the chorus comes back in and it's the verse, but maybe the bass has dropped out or the guitar's dropped out. And then it comes in half a time earlier. It's just everything has been locked in and loaded. And then, you know, there'll be slight changes in vocal inflections or something like that. And or the sort of synth sections will just be like added to create that sort of, you know, energy and sort of pump you up in the song. And it is just a masterclass of songwriting, in all honesty. This is without a doubt, I think, Architects' best overall record. There is no filler. There is not a second of this album that is wasted. You know, everything has its purpose, and most importantly, I think, understands its purpose. Melodies hook you in, the delivery changes, there's dynamic drops in and out, emotion is sort of like pulled in and back. And honestly, it makes for a truly compelling album, regardless of Architects, their story and all that sort of stuff. It's just an utterly spectacular record. And I urge everyone to give this a listen, because for me, this is my first 10 out of 10. It's brilliant, absolutely fantastic record. I wouldn't change anything about it. They just nailed it. They absolutely fucking nailed it. So that is my album review for Architects, The Sky, the Earth and All Between. Let me know what you think of the album in the comments underneath me. I always love chatting to you guys and hearing all your different opinions. And I will see you guys very, very soon for another album review. Take care, my friends.